Hi, in this video we'll be talking about nested lists and dictionaries. Nested lists and dictionaries are lists and dictionaries which are elements of bigger outer lists and dictionaries, so they are included in other lists and dictionaries. Let's have a look at some simple nested lists over here. Here we have teams. This is a list that contains 3 elements. 3 lists, and these 3 lists are nested in this big list. Now, how do we get at the particular elements in the outer and in the inner lists? We use indices. So for example, the outer list has 3 elements. At index 0 is this list, at index 1 is this list, at index 2, we have this list. So, for example, if we need this list, we need index 0. So, teams with index 0 refers to this list. Now, when we need element at index 0 within this list, which is ban, we have to pass another index here. So, teams index 0 means this list, and index 0 means this element of the nested list. So here, in this placeholder in the formatted string, we'll get ban. Then here, teams 0, 2. We have 2 indices, 0 and 2. 0 refers to the first element of the out list, which is this inner list, and 2 refers to the element at index 2, 0, 1, 2. So this is the element at index 2. So teams with index 0 and 2 refers to Mike. And now let's check it out. Let's run this program. And that's right. In Ben's team, Mike is the oldest. Let me copy this so that you can see it better, and paste it over here. So in here we have Ben as it was supposed to be, and here we have Mike. Okay, now we don't need this code anymore. And now let me uncomment this piece of code. Nested dictionaries. Here we have a simple nested dictionary, worker. This dictionary contains 3 elements, and as you know, the elements of a dictionary are key value pairs. So the first element is the following key value pair, name, and here we have another dictionary. So this is the key, and this is the value of the first element. As we can see, the value is another dictionary, so this is a nested dictionary, a dictionary included in a bigger dictionary. Now the second element in the worker dictionary is the key value pair address, which is the key, country and city and so on, another dictionary, and this is the value. And the third element of the worker dictionary is quite simple. Here we have a string, which is a key, and the value is just an integer. So within this big outer dictionary, we have 2 nested dictionaries, here and here. Now in dictionaries we don't use indices like in lists, we use keys instead. Now here in the formatted string we have placeholders, and in each placeholder we need 1 element from this worker dictionary. As you can see, we are using keys. So here we have worker with a key name, which means here we need the value corresponding to the key name. Here we have the key name, and the value corresponding to this key is this nested dictionary. Now, within this nested dictionary, we need the element with the key last. And this element is Jackson. So in this placeholder, we'll get the value Jackson. Now in the next placeholder we have worker with the key age. This is quite simple. Here we'll get the value corresponding to the key age, which is 57. Now this backslash, by the way, is used only to split the two lines so that you can see them on the screen. In the last placeholder, we need the element with the key address, which is this dictionary. And within this dictionary, we need the element with the key city, which is here. So here we get Denver. So it should be Mrs. Jackson, aged 57, lives in Denver. Let's check it out. Okay, here's the result. Mrs. Jackson, aged 57, lives in Denver. And here's our next example, a bit more complicated. In this example, we have both nested lists and dictionaries. So we have a dictionary of animals. Within this dictionary, we have the first element with the key species, and the value corresponding to this key is a dictionary. English, wolf; Latin, canis lupus. Then we have another key value pair, and another, and this one is a key value pair where the value is a nested list. And then we have another key value pair where the key is dimensions and the value is a nested dictionary, which itself contains one more nested dictionary. So this is quite complicated here, and such complicated structures are seldom used, but here is just to illustrate how the particular elements can be retrieved. And now we want to retrieve some elements from this animals dictionary. So print Latin name, and here we need animals. And now the key is species, so we need something from this value. And exactly we need the element with the key Latin. So here we should get canis lupus. Then we have print class plus animals class. Here we should get mammals. When we have main habitat, animals, habitats. And here the value corresponding to this key is a list. And in lists, we use indices. So we need the element at index 0, which is here, forests. And then we have the body height, which is the element with the key dimensions. So it is contained in this nested dictionary. Then we need body, which is here. And within this element, we need height, which is here. So this should be 80. And as 80 is an integer, it can't be used in concatenation. So we have to use the string function, the str function, to turn it, to convert it into a string. Now let me run this code. Here are the results. Latin name, canis lupus. Class, mammals. Main habitat, forests. Body height, 80. Now you can perform operations on particular nested lists and dictionaries. Here's an example. For example, we can add an element to the dictionary. And let's add an element to this nested dictionary. Here we have the English and the Latin name. Let's add a French name. So we add a new key, French, with the value loup. This is the French for wolf. So we have animals with the key species to reference this dictionary, and then we add a new key, French, with the value loup. We can append to lists. For example, we can append to this list a new element, deserts. All we have to do is use the append function. We can also use augmented assignment operators for some calculations. Like for example, we can now retrieve animals, dimensions, tail, length. So this is 40. This is 40. And now 40 times equals 1.5. So this number is multiplied by 1.5. And now after these modifications we can print the results. So print names, now we have to convert it into a string, animals species, because this is a dictionary and we want to print it as a string. Then we have habitats. We want to print this list to see whether the element desert was appended. And then we want to print the animal's dimensions tail length value here to check whether this value has been multiplied by 1.5. Let's now comment out this code because we don't need it now. And now let's run this code. And here are our results. Names, habitats, tail length. In names we have our French key with the value lu added. In the habitats list we have the desert element appended, and the tail length, which was 40, is now 60, which equals to 40 times 1.5. So it seems to work. Okay, that's it for this video. If you like it, a thumbs up would be great. Also, make sure to subscribe for future videos. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question, you're welcome to do so. Thanks for watching.